The second one is face alignment. Take note, these are the steps the neural network will take to actually um, um, know that you are the right person, and so permission should be given to you. The first one is face detection, the second one is face alignment. To a computer, faces turned away from the focal point appear completely different. To normalize the face and make it consistent with the faces in the database, an algorithm is necessary. Using a variety of generic face landmarks is one method to do this. Now take note of this. The bottom of the chin, the top of the nose, the outside of the eyes, different places surrounding the eyes and the lips, and so on are examples. The next stage is to train a deep learning system to locate these spots on any face and turn it towards the center. This makes the face detection process much easier. Right. So you see, when you are opening your phone, if your phone is using face detection and you are opening it, it will sometimes, if you don't do it well, it will tell you position your head well or your face well. It is drawing marks at this vintage point. That's your chin, the bottom of your chin, the top of your nose, the outside of your eyes, your lips, and surroundings of your eyes. It is taking or drawing measures or lines around these places, drawing patterns around these places. After these patterns, it takes this pattern to the deep layer for it to be analyzed and compare if there is, in fact, somehow some with the same image with the same pattern in there. The next one is face measurement and extraction. This phase entails measuring and extracting numerous characteristics from the face so that the algorithm can compare it to other faces in its database. Right. Now, after taking all these measurements on your face, it sends it to the database and compares it with a whole lot of pictures in it. When it finds one that matches, it says, okay, you are the one, then gives you the permission to access whatever device you want to access. The fourth one, we have face recognition. A final deep learning algorithm will compare the measures of each face to known faces in the database using the unique measurements of each face. The match will be whatever face in your database comes closer to the measurements of the face in question. So you look into your camera or your phone draws algorithm on your face, measurements on your face. It sends the results to the database. It starts comparing the already stored images. Now, when it finds one that has the closest measurement to that of your face, it means it is your face, and so you are a qualified user to use any of the services you are requiring to use. Face verification. Now, in the end, the deep learning algorithm do the final act, which is matching the face with each other faces in the database. If the face matches, then it is said to be verified. If it doesn't, it remains unverified. This step is called face verification. Faces are compared in it to give the final result of a whole long process, but this step is slightly complex one. Now, this step is complex to the human or to the, but it is done in the neural services. The neural, that's the hidden layer here. It takes your face, it compares with a whole lot of faces here. The one that comes closer, it confirms you are the one, and hence your face has been verified. Any question? Now, the next thing neural networks can be used to do is stock market prediction. Stock market prediction. Investments are subject to market risk. It is nearly impossible to predict the upcoming changes in a highly volatile stock market. The forever changing phases are unpredictable before the advent of neural networks. But well, what changed it all? Neural networks, of course. To make a successful stock prediction in a real time, a multi-layer perceptron is employed. What is a multi-layer perceptron? It comprises of multiple layers of nodes. Each of these layers is fully connected to the succeeding nodes. Stocks past performances, annual returns, and non-profit ratios are considered for building the MPL mode. Now let's dive inside what I just read. Now, for artificial or for neural networks to be able to predict a stock market. So for artificial network to be able to say in the next 2 weeks, the ratio of the dollar to the cedis is going to be $1 is to 20 cedis. For it to make such predictions, it compares with the previous data. One, previous data, previous profits, and how recently the performing of the stock market. If recently the city is not performing well, and according to previous data, it means the city is actually depreciation. It can based on that and make conclusions and predict on that. So with neural networks prediction based on stock market, it uses past data and present profits and analysis to predict future stock markets. Any question? The next one you can use to do is social media. Social media. Neural networks helps in social media. How? No matter how cliche it may sound, social media has altered the normal, boring course of life. Artificial neural networks are used to study the behaviors of social media users. Data shared every day via virtual conversations is stacked up and analyzed for competitive analysis. Neural networks duplicate the behaviors of social media users. Post-analysis of individual behavior via social media networks, the data can be linked to people's spending habits, how people uses the social media frequently. Now, in social media, neural networks also help. How? Every day you post, every day you're reviewing status, every day you are liking people's comments, every day you are retweeting or reposting. The more you are doing that, the neural networks is learning your data, is learning from your data. The neural network knows that, in fact, in the month of October, Tom liked about 6,000 posts, and all of these posts contain something relating to football, meaning Tom likes football. That means the probability of Tom to like a football event in this month, then it will predict 90 point something percent. Or the probability of Tom to like a football post on Twitter is this percent. Therefore, when advertisers comes on this social media to advert their things and it falls under sports, The social media engineers make sure they use this data and drive the ads towards you, Tom, because they know that's what you like best. So sometimes you'll be scrolling down social media, then you'll be meeting things you like visiting. So sometimes if you like football, you'll be scrolling down, you'll be seeing football ads. You like drinks, you'll be scrolling down, you'll be seeing drinks ads, a whole lot, and so forth. This is the work of the neural networks and artificial intelligence. Any question? Now, the next application we can use here is aerospace engineering. How neural networks helps in the aerospace engineering. Aerospace engineering is an expansive term that covers development in spacecraft, aircraft, diagnosis, high performance autopiloting, securing the aircraft control systems, modeling key dynamic simulations are some of the key areas that neural networks have taken over. Now, how do you think the autopilots, those who have actually taken aeroplanes before, when the pilot actually takes off and gets to a certain stage, they put it on autopilot. That means they are on the plane path that's in the sky. They can do their own thing, so they can stand and move around. Then somehow for some time they come and sit down. Autopilot. How does this autopilot work? It's neural networks. Now, during the course during the course of the flight, the neural network has been trained in such a way it knows that at this altitude means height, at this altitude, the plane should run at a speed of this and should go at a distance of this based on that. So based on calculations and based on data being fed with these neural networks, the autopilot can be engaged and can control the plane in a way you might think it is the pilot. So maybe you might be a passenger in or flight attendant in the plane. Now, whilst you are at the customer session or the commercial session, you might not see what's going on here at the pilot session. But you might never know who is driving or who is actually taking control of the plane. Is it the plane by itself or a pilot? You realize, you find out the plane is by itself driving you, sending you. This is the work of neural networks. It has been trained with an overtime data how planes are being ride or drive in the air, what altitude and what speed they should go. It can do the exact same thing and mimic as a real pilot. Any question? Defense. Our next thing is defense. Defense is the backbone of every country. Every country states in the international domain assessed by its military operations. Neural networks also shaped the defense operations of technologically advanced countries. The United States of America, the Britain, and the Japan are some countries that use artificial neural network for developing an active defense strategy. Neural networks are used in logistics, armed attacks analysis, and object location. They are also used in air patrols, maritime patrol, and for controlling automated drones. The defense sector is getting much needed kick for artificial intelligence to scale up its tech technologies. Now, the neural networks can be used in unmanned airborne vehicles or in drones. Drones. So you see, we have drone bombs. The bombs, bomb, a bomb which is a drone. So they can set that drone maybe from Accra, or let me say from airport to Accra Central. They will set a drone and they will give it the data to train the data. The drone knows exactly where it is going and it will hit the target. We also have defense systems. So if you've been following news recently, for example, Israel, they have this system. They have this system whereby when you send them, let me say, this what do you call rocket bomb. When you fly a rocket to them, they have a defense system that can actually let me say, intercept the drone. So it will redirect it to somewhere far away from the people. That's the air defense systems. This is the work of a neural network. It has been trained to detect the movement of these particles. So if anything moves in the sky, it counterattacks it and hunts it down. Any question? Right, we are moving on to the healthcare. How neural networks has helped in the healthcare. The age-old saying goes like health is wealth. Modern day individuals are leveraging the advantages of technology in the healthcare center. For example, the X-ray detection, the CT scan and ultrascan, the medical imaging data retrieved from aforementioned tests is analyzed and assessed based on neural network models. Now, you see, nowadays when you go to the hospital, so you will see this. In fact, we have the input layer, we have the hidden layer, we have the output layer. When you go to the hospital, then they can't actually find straight what is wrong with you. They will tell you to go and perform an X-ray scan or CT scan or diagnosis a whole lot. Now, when you come, this is where you are going to face the input. So the X-ray will pass the rays inside you, then it will take whatever it wants to take. Then the data taken here will be transferred inside this middle here, the neural network, the middle layer. This is going to process everything in you, every center or every changes that has occurred in you. So the system or the model know this model knows that the human being should have a normal stomach like this, a normal liver or a normal kidney, a normal this, a normal that, a normal organ like this. When it passes the rays inside you, it's going to take the data inside you, then going to compare with what it has already has. Now, when it compares the current one with the stored one and sees that there are changes in your stomach, it means there is something wrong with you. Therefore, it's going to analyze the changes and be able, based on that, it will be able to say, oh, this person has, in fact, wounds in the stomach. That's the ulcer. Or this person has excess that's excess HCl, that's the acid, meaning it's going to cause harm to the person. Based on this analysis, the model will bring out the results saying, okay, based on the analysis we've taken, this person is suffering from ulcer or this person is suffering from indigestion. So neural networks has also helped the health sector to actually analyze. So whenever you go to the hospital, they say go and take X-ray, go and take this, go and take that. It involves neural networks. You are being taken from here, Then your data is sent inside there, processed, compares and contrast. Then deduced a conclusion, then brings it out, formulating hypothesis for the doctor to be able to see what exactly is wrong with you. Now, in a case you've swallowed something, maybe you swallowed a bottle head, you go to the scan. This one will scan inside. You scan inside, you will knows that human being shouldn't contain any plastic thing. When it scan you and detect any plastic thing, it's going to say, okay, there is something, there is a foreign material inside this person. And so we're going to analyze it. When it analyzes it, if it is plastic, it will know. If it is metal or wooden, it will know. Then at the end, it will be able to formulate the hypothesis and bring out the results at the outer layer. Any question? Now, the last but not the least is signature verification and handwriting analysis. Signature verification and handwriting analysis. Signature verification, as the self-explanatory term goes, is used for verifying an individual signature. Banks and other financial institutions use signature verification to cross-check the identity of an individual. Usually, a signature verification software is used to examine the signatures, as cases of forgery are pretty common in financial institutions. Signature is an important factor that seeks to closely examine the authenticity of signed documents. I don't know if any of you have used the signature or have actually been, but this is how it works. Artificial neural networks are used for verifying the signatures. Now, they are trained to recognize the difference between real and forged signatures. Artificial neural networks can be used for verification of both offline and online signatures. Now, for training this model, varied data sets are fed in the database. Okay, how does it do? You, as the bank account owner, sometimes you would want to make a deposit online, or you would want to pay something online, but you will be asked to actually put your signature on a document to verify that in fact you are the one, because of security. Now, whenever you put down your signature, the banks, they have this model. It's called a signature verification model. It's built using this neural network. Now, your signature is taken here at this station, that's the input layer. Now, it transfer or it transmits it to the hidden layer, that's the middle layer. This is where it's going to compare and contrast. It's going to verify that in fact you, Annie, or you, Gloria, or you, Amma, it's your signature you've already. That's why when you are opening a bank account, you'll be asked to sign somewhere. That signing is going to be digitized and put in the system or in a database, so that whenever you sign a digital signature somewhere, it will bring to the database, verify it before it can allow transactions. So the signature, it will be entered here, brings it to the middle layer, then compares with the already having signature you initially signed. So whenever you sign a signature at the bank and you change it, you need to go to the bank and change it. You can't just be changing your signature, else you will be in a very desperate need to actually withdraw, make transaction. You will sign and you will be told you are a fraudster because the signature you are using doesn't match with what they have in their database. Any question? The last one is weather forecasting. Weather forecasting. Forecasts done by the meteorological department were never accurate before artificial intelligence came into force. In fact, weather forecasting is actually weather forecasting actually uses the same algorithm as the stock market prediction. So I told you with the stock market prediction, it will be able to tell in the next 3 weeks the dollar is going to reach 20 cedis, while the cedi stands at, let me say, the cedi is going to reach 20 cedi while the dollar stands at $1. So $1 will get 20 cedis. The stock market is able to predict that based on previous information or data that has been gathered. It's the same model that takes for the weather forecasting. For the weather forecasting here, it takes previous data of 15 days. So it gathers data of 15 days data, compares it, then based on that, it is able to predict tomorrow there is going to be rain, or the next day there is going to be rain, or today, or this is how the weather is behaving. Any question from anyone? Those who let me say signature verification. Those who hasn't gotten the access to use a digital signature before. So you see, you type a document, maybe you want to send a letter, but you want to sign. Maybe you want a software whereby you can add a digital signature to it, your own digital signature. I recommend my folder space to you. They actually right now they have a document data. Let me log in and show you one. In fact, I like their system. Today they've added a new um, so if you have a document you want to add your digital signature to it, you don't need to go and use those apps that pay. They have free apps you can use. Okay. So you can create an account with them. In fact, they have an account with various universities. So you select your university. I encourage each of you to use. You select, so you go to sign up. I know most of you have an account. Those who doesn't have, you go to sign up. Then you select your university. They have a lot of universities here. The Ghanaian ones are, I think, Legon Care University. They have their UCC people. Then they have the UHAS, DUPSA, CUC. I don't know what university is this. Then UNE, Ashesi. Yes, so they have these universities there. If you're also from outside, we have Adelaide, Montreal, that's the Canadian universities there. Now you create your folder. When you log in, go to PDF editor. So let me try and see if I can log in. So I have an account. You can right now you can add your so I have an account. My small brother have an account. Right. So today I realized, let me see. Okay. So you see, even in their so you see, even in their today is Thursday. Okay. On their dashboard, they have weather forecast here. That is predicting. So this is for some sort of artificial intelligence here. That's predicting weather forecast. So it says 30 degrees Celsius. That's the current. Now you go to here, then you click on PDF editor. They have a PDF editor. Now you click on choose PDF. Let me go and choose one of my PDFs, then add my signature to it for you to see. So I choose one PDF here, upload. Let me choose another one, another PDF. I want to add a digital signature to it to demonstrate it to you. Or better still, you can add a picture. I think you can also add a picture. Oh, it's my network. Let me add a picture and see. I just want to demonstrate a digital. Okay, so I've been able to add a picture. So the picture, you click on this one to add a picture. Now I'm coming to add my signature, digital signature. So you click on this one, click on this. So my signature. So I'll just do my signature. That's not my exact signature, it's just example. So I'll drag it. Now I can get my signature here on top of this or under this. This is a digital signature. This is so whenever you have a document, you've typed something, you want to insert your digital signature, you can use their PDF editor. You can come insert your PDF, then sign, then place it on the doc. After that, you can click on save. Then you can download your thing. Let's download it and view. So let me share this so that you can see my signature is now on. Now you can see the signature, my digital signature is under here, is beneath here. So you can add your digital signature to all the documents you want. So this is a digital signature that artificial intelligence used to analyze when you are making transaction. Any question, please? Right. If there are no questions, thank you very much for joining this class. We will meet again next time. Thank you. And try and be practicing your digital signatures. Sometimes you will need documents, you have to input or put your signatures on it. Try and practice it more so that you can sign it well on your various documents. You learn a lot from this program so that at the end you'll be able to expose to a lot of things here. Thank you.